Good evening, folks. This is it's not a new song to me. It's a song about Linda, a girl I met many years ago in London. She got very badly scarred arms, either through anorexia or drugs. I'm not really sure. But she told me a bit about herself, and I told her a bit about myself. And then I came up with a song. She was pregnant at the time. She wasn't married. She was in a hostel for the homeless, the same as me. I wasn't pregnant, but I was homeless. And she left to have a baby, and I left to return to Telford. And I went to another hostel actually before I returned to Telford eventually. But this song is called Linda, and it's about the two of our lives entwined, plus some made up stuff. Linda was born of a poor working family. They said her parents were no good and they took her away. She was put into care, and at the age of 14 she ended up doing time out for the Queen. Government care was a total disgrace. By doing her chores she earned points for her meals. If she failed to do well, she starved, you could see, and if she rebelled, it was time out in the cell. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade, they're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. Linda's arms were disfigured with evil and malice. Linda's arms were disfigured with drugs and arms dealers. It wasn't her own doing, and it wasn't her own fault. She was used to the needle at the age of 14, when she did time out for the Queen. She was used to poverty, she was used to disgrace, but what finally broke her was sheer lack of love. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade, they're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. Linda left care and couldn't get work. She'd done her cold turkey, but unhappiness wasn't enough. The government used her, and they abused her. She tried to dissuade others from the needle for life. Those scars were enough to frighten even a knight. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade, they're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. Linda got work as a shop girl. At last she could lead her own life and hold her head high, but the government torturers struck yet again. Linda was sacked 'cause they thought she was high, and the shop lost its customers. Questions were asked. My God, look at those scars on that poor girl's arms. How could you employ her? A total disgrace. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade, they're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. Linda was back in institutions again, where she felt downhearted and downright unhappy. All she wanted was her scars to fade, and the torturers had ruined her life with right on their side. Well, Linda fell pregnant and gave birth to a son. The government took him away. Linda was a bad mum. Linda replied, "Who's to judge? I don't look after my son." Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade, they're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. Linda's aged now, and she's in her early 20s, and she's pregnant again. The official science say we'll take that babe as well. Well, all I can see is the sheer lack of opportunities. All I can see is her poverty and need. All I can see is this girl's unhappiness. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade. They're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. The babe's father swears he'll stand by her. The babe's father swears he didn't know she was pregnant. The babe's father swears they won't take this child away. The babe's father swears that this is the end of protection, the common way. 'Cause whether there's bars on the doors or on the windows, Linda won't be safe from him 'cause he'll beat her up every day. There's just one proviso, and that's as long as those scars vanish and never return. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade. They're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of the brave. Linda, I hope it works. Linda, I'll pray for you. But what you need most of all is compensation, girl. Not a handsome boy who'll beat you up every day just 'cause the torturers won't leave you alone. Well, Linda did her chores well, and those scars seem to fade. If ever they got worse again, Linda said, I've done wrong yet again. Well, truly they faded. I'll swear that they faded. Well, perhaps they'd hypnotise me, and that's their mistake, 'cause they're dealing with me. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade. They're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. Linda, there should be a price for human misery. Linda, there should be prison for the drugs and arms dealers. Linda, they're too strong for us 'cause they're backed by governments, and we pay the price for the crimes they commit. Linda, they're going to pay. Linda, I'll make them pay. Linda, I'll swear they'll pay. Linda, they've scarred you, and Linda, they've harmed you. Linda, they've conned you with lies and moon dreams. Those scars on your arms that won't ever fade. They're not scars of disgrace, they're the scars of a brave. They're scars of a true girl, they're scars of a brave girl. Linda, I love you 'cause you just wouldn't give in, and I'll simply not lie, girl. You're scarred for life, girl, in more than one way. There's scars that I'm blind to, and there's still more to you, girl, than a pretty young face. Well, that was written in 1983, 1984 at Camden Women's Hostel for working women, I suppose you'd call them, or us. Yeah, a long time ago. Well, that's all for tonight, folks. I think that's long enough. I've kept you distracted, I hope, from the COVID virus, and I'm going to go to bed now. So I'll just play this through and see what it sounds like. Bye-bye.